All right, sports fans, I wanted to do a real quick video to show you how I start my seeds. Now, this is a trick that I learned from Hucho, and I've started these in a mix of perlite and vermiculite. Vermiculite will sink, perlite will float, and watch how easy this is. All I got is a tub of water here. Go ahead and put that in there. The thing comes right out. Take and just swash your roots around a little, and look at that. See how easy that is to go and separate these now? And the little ones I'm going to take and just not use them. I'm looking for the bigger, better sprouts or seedlings to use. And that's why I go and plant a couple in each one. And there we go. And those are ready to go and put into my Dutch buckets. Let's do the same. We're going to do this on the lettuce. And again, this is romaine. And this is in the vermiculite and perlite mix. I'm just going to dump it here into water. It comes right out. Swash your seeds around. And there is our rooted plants. I just hope these roots are long enough that we can take and get them into our tubs here and get the roots to hang down in the nutrient. And you can see that there is a pretty healthy amount there on the roots. Just slosh them around a little, and that is going to be all romaine. All I'm going to do is pop my pool noodles out. Now these have been cut to where you can put your plant in there, and you make a little plug out of the pieces that you cut out to go in the middle to take up that space so you're not crushing these plants. I'm going to just do one here to show you. Remember, you're treating these like you would your pet. Take good care of them. Okay, there I go. The plant is in there. I've got roots hanging out the bottom. Put that down in there flush. And you can see that they are going to hang down in my nutrient. Okay, that's all it's going to take to do them. I'm not going to do every one of them because it'd just bore you to death. And we'll call that good on the lettuce. You can see here, these 6 cups that I got that nothing started, those are spinach. And for some reason, I cannot get spinach to grow. Now, what I've done here, these are just the wife put us on a keto diet, so I got these little Jello cups with the sugar-free Jello, and I've been having those for dessert with a few sunflower seeds sprinkled on them. Makes a nice dessert. And just poke some holes in there. I just heated up a ice pick and put them in there. But after pulling the roots off, I think I'd want to go with a little bigger holes, like maybe 3/16 to 1/4 inch, and just put like 4 of them in there, and that way they wouldn't pull on any of the roots. Now, something else I do here is on these the styrofoam, I go ahead and just put a water bottle on there, and you can see how that pressed it down and makes contact all the way and takes up a little of that air space. Now, these things were all planted in the seed room in my nursery there on 1/17. Today is 2/10, so these plants are all 23 days old. Same with all of these tomatoes that I've got in here. Now, here on the end, these 3 are greenhouse tomato. These next ones are big beef. And then here on the end, I've got 3 of cherry tomatoes. Actually 4. The one in the corner is cherry tomatoes too. Some of these I put 2 plants in just in case one doesn't make it. I've got them. Now here in the end, this was a bean plant. She put 1 bean in that seed room in that nursery, and you can see here this thing is probably maybe 40 inches tall already, and that's in that 23 days. So I'm just going to wrap that around there and let it go. Now these other buckets, including here, we have beans just planted in there. These things usually take off so fast that on beans you can just start them straight in the bucket without taking and putting them in a seed room or anything. Okay, one other thing I wanted to tack on to the end of that video is I took my basil plants that we had started, and they're pretty much in just bunches, and this downspout that I have here is 40 inches long, I believe it is, with the holes 4 inches on center. I leave the center one empty, and that way you have a plug that you can pull to fill nutrient in there as needed. Now start off with your nutrient up to that top part of the rib there, and when it gets down below here, we just fill to the center, and that takes care of your nutrient growing this in our nursery. This is all going to be on time lapse, so you can see how it's done also, along with the grow room out back. So I hope this helps you, and again, check out everybody's videos, especially Mike Banducci. Get his stuff on making your downspouts and also starting seedlings. Check out Hucho's. And for those of you that are using Dutch buckets, be sure and check out CB's Greenhouse and Garden. He has a lot of good information on the Dutch buckets and on DWC and some other techniques used in regular gardening outside. I'll see you on that next one.